Hey everybody, this is a 2014 Ford Focus Electric with no heat. Sometimes during the summer months when the heat's not running, air will get trapped between the coolant loop and the cabin heater. So if you don't have heat, don't fret just yet. Sometimes it's a pretty easy fix. So how you can verify this is happening in your car is if the heater's working electrically or electronically, when you turn on the heat, I just do max defrost. You'll see that the power consumption bumps up to about 5+ kilowatt hours there, and typically if there's a bubble in the coolant loop, that will die back down after, I don't know, 5, 10, 15 seconds. It'll go back to zero even when the heat's on. That's because the pump is not getting, or that's because the cabin heater is not getting coolant, and it shuts off because it's not, doesn't want to keep sucking energy if it doesn't have any coolant to help move things along. So anyway, so how I fix this, thank you to the folks on the Ford Focus Electric Facebook group and also the forums. But how I fix this is I followed a procedure that I will link from Amazon. I bought a V-Linker FS USB Forscan OBD2 scanner, and then I installed the Forscan app. So anyway, the procedure has you set that, but basically kind of once you get to the step where you're hooking up and actually doing the controls in your car, you will, so this control box here is where you actually control the diverter valve positions as well as the coolant pumps. So this guy right here down on the bottom here is the control. So you click on that, it brings it up, and so you can basically set the pump. So I typically set the pumps, the command pumps, to about 50%. Maybe up to 70 depending on how things are going, and then I will set the diverter valves typically to 0, right? So they're just wide open, so it'll say you go from negative to positive, so right around 0. It'll open them up, and basically at that point, if your heat's running, you should start feeling heat within a few minutes here. And again, you'll see that, when your heater's working properly, you'll see that constant drop. And one more thing I want to show you too is on the front of the car here, when your coolant loops are open, you can see, or you can feel the coolant going through these. So this is going into your heating unit for the cabin heater, and both of those, so you basically need to have coolant going in and coolant coming out. And if it's not, you can actually sit there and pump it like that with your finger, and that will help. That can help physically break free the air bubble that's in the coolant loop. So anyway, that's about it. So if you don't have cabin heat, I typically have to do this once a year, just to get the coolant, get the air bubbles out of my coolant loop. But if you don't have heat, that's one way to get it back. Have a great day. Bye.